Hey everyone, bloodmako here, and this is my Lufenia Plus video for guys lost chapters. So let's begin. Basically we are fighting these crocodiles again. For those of you who can't really remember exactly what made them so annoying, it was basically because of how much brave they can gain, like their max brave, and also they have a gravity move at I believe 79, 49 and 29%. I believe. We'll see in the video, but I believe that are the usual threshold, you know. And at 49 and 29%. No, sorry, 79 and 49%. I'm pretty sure at 29% also they will also get used of aura. They just become harder, like more, you know, the usual stack gains and stuff. In fact, maybe not the 29%, but definitely at the 49%. And I was reading in the description, is that their defense actually, the brave damage reduction is actually up to 90% now. So yeah, everybody's hitting for really pathetic now, which is why Porum is so important here. So this run of mine, it was things were really close towards the end. It could be because I swapped out Porum, and that could be one of the reasons why, because there's no battery in this party anymore, other than Zidane's burst. And I had a lot of difficulty basically in this event, mainly because of Zidane running out of skills, or he was close to running out of skills. In fact, he ran out of skills for free energy. And Core constantly breaking the crocodiles, so Zidane can't get the free delete or free turn basically. So I actually tried to do a delay and delete team comp with Core, Zidane and Yoshitola, but the problem with that was, so Core will basically keep stealing the breaks from Zidane, so yeah, not really an ideal team comp. I might replace, if you want to try a delay and delete, I might actually just replace Core with maybe someone like Garland, because he has good auras, he can delay, you know. I can't really think of anyone that has both. Maybe Amy, but Amy doesn't really have good auras, she can just delete, you know. And definitely will help with Zidane's deleting, because for that particular comp, Zidane couldn't get, first of all, Zidane couldn't get a break, and second was that I constantly had to use his LD and HP variant of the LD. So yeah, I didn't really have much other turns with Zidane, because I had to delete their turns. So halfway I just gave up and I just decided to use this team comp instead, where the crocodiles, I guess. Yeah, there we go. And here's at the 79% mark. Yeah, that's the gravity move. Everybody's at 0%, and yeah, pretty annoying. And they look at their brave. Look at their brave along with the increased defense. That's so obnoxious, you know. And I mean, thank God Zidane has gravity, but it is still not enough to break them. You definitely need another gravity user or someone that can hit super hard, you know. Which is also why Core is kind of good for this as well. He's rainbow damage, you know, kind of saves everyone there. Either or you can actually freeze their turn. I mean, freeze their brave. You don't have to deal with the brave gain. You don't have to deal with the gains from the gravity. You know, you don't have to worry about that. In fact, Setzer is actually a really good Core here, or rather a really good party member here, because he can give rainbow to everyone, so you don't have to worry about you know, the ridiculous brave reduction that they have. So yeah, maybe that was one of the mistakes that I made. Instead of running Porum, maybe I could have run a Setzer instead. Maybe I would have done better. I mean, Zidane would definitely be hitting way harder, you know, especially towards the end. It was the amount of damage he was doing was sad actually. But yeah, so I got lucky with XDev friend. My very first run that I did, which I could have cleared if I had enough turns, is I actually brought a Cloud of Darkness friend, and the damage was somewhat lacking because you know, the usual Cloudrunner's burst into your own burst, and I believe I didn't even hit 1 million, which is also true for this particular run, but I mean, XDev was doing a lot with his burst effect, so yeah, I kind of got lucky with the turn count. I mean the turn order as well, based on who goes in front of XDev and stuff like that. And on hindsight, I should have saved a few more of Porum's C65 because it actually triggers her follow-up attack. So I'm not sure if I can put Core's follow-up attack on Porum and then you know, C65 spam her follow-up attack, and then I'm not sure if Core will follow up as well. But if that is possible, then I will definitely have used it towards the end. You see what I mean later on. And I also speed up the video by, I made it 1.5 times because the actual video is at is basically a 30-minute video. 31 minutes actually, so I'm pretty sure everybody doesn't want to watch such a long video of me just trying to kill 2 crocodiles. But yeah, you saw that Porum actually broke just now, and I believe that was Porum. And the problem was that it sent her all the way back, so yeah, don't get broken by these crocodiles, they're so annoying. They have so many mechanics already. I believe they have 1 or 2 skills that instantly breaks a character, because by right, from my understanding, Core is supposed to not be broken. Either that or he can only protect one character from getting broken, because I have seen him take damage until he has 1 brave and then he just stops taking damage, you know, taking brave damage then. But then again, if he is at 1 or 0, then for some reason the crocodile can break him, so I don't really understand if it's a glitch or if that was an intended mechanic, you know, stuff like that. I finally understand, I think, why sometimes Core does a follow-up twice before the bosses go. Oh my god, my brain just froze there. So yeah, I think I finally understand why. It's basically cause they're doing an all attack, and so Core does the follow-up for both the protected character and for himself. This is me guessing, cause again I don't really understand. For some reason I just can't get the hang of Core's mechanic. But yeah, so basically bring Ear Setzer to deal with the brave gain, and also the amount of brave reduction that we have, and someone that can hit really hard or many times, basically, if you're running Setzer. Because I had so much difficulty trying to bring to try and break these crocodiles. And the only way to by the way, the only way to get rid of the red aura is to let them take a turn. In fact, not just a turn, it's several turns. I think 3 or 4. I'm not sure if it's based on the amount of turns that they take or the number of turns that we take, or I don't know, man. Or after they use a certain move. You know, I know that in their red aura they'll do a Tremor plus, which if not for Porum, we will probably have died like 3-4 times already. But yeah. So on hindsight also, I would have saved more of Core's LD for the later part of the fight, especially with when I replace Porum with XDev, so that he can spam a few more times to really maximize the number of turns that I have with XDev's burst active. Right, I also brought Ferris as my call, basically cause for the defense down. I believe the enchanted dance didn't land, and I'm not sure it's because if the boss was immune or because there wasn't any slot, but yeah, it didn't land. It would have been so helpful for to deal with the brave gain, you know. But yeah, I think I miscounted the amount of debuffs that they have, or that I had, you know, or I was planning to apply on them. So you have Ferris with 4, Zidan with 2, Gabranth with 2, and what was his name? Sephiroth with 1. So yeah, definitely miscounted there. But yeah, to deal with the orb, you definitely need Gabranth or anyone with a HP debuff. So basically the very easy way of handling the AoE is just apply Gabranth's call on them. Either one of the call works. If you're running the base call, then I suggest you really don't let them take too many turns. Basically cause there's only 6 turns on his debuff, so yeah. And the only way to, or rather the way to trigger his increased HP damage is to basically put another debuff on them. So if they are already debuffed, they will take more damage. Simple as that. I was actually trying really hard to save my when I bring in and burst with XDev. When basically my plan was, when the bosses hit 49%, they'll actually do their their aura, their brave gain, stuff like that. And I wanted to bring in XDev when they are at the 49% mark. So basically now when they are about to do their brave gain, so that when XDev bursts, his gravity will basically just get rid of all their brave gain, like right here. You know, because XDev doesn't break, but every single one of his hit in the burst will be gravity based. So basically at the end of the burst sequence, the bosses will be at 0 brave, and it'll be a perfect time for Zidane to burst actually. But I was having difficulty, maintaining their turn order. As you can see, A is actually going to go a few times. So yeah, that was one of the difficulties I had, which is why I had to bring him early, because I wanted to, or rather I was kind of forced to burst at that point of time. I mean, I really wanted to delete A's turn, so yeah. And the good thing about Zidane with XDev is that Zidane has lots of free and high turn rate, so there's a very good chance that he will go in front of XDev. So yeah, that 3 burst turns, Zidane really maximizes the 3 burst turns. So right here is where I was talking about the core delay or the core stall with his HP variant and his LD. So yeah, so even though I didn't really need to extend Sephiroth's debuff, I just did it because I wanted to trigger XDev's burst effect. As you can see, I really utilized every single thing. Not EX, but LD HP variant, C65, and the burst, the call, and then finally an attack. So basically 5 turns of XDev burst effect just triggering over and over again. And right here, because of the number of debuff slots that the bosses have, XDev can't really do much. In fact, now that I think about it, XDev is actually a really good choice for this fight as well, because especially if you're gonna let them take turns. First of all, he can do a HP poison twice, and second of all, with his EX ability and also his the amount of gravity that he has, the bosses will basically be the brave gain. You don't have to worry so much about the brave gain, because XDev can just make sure that they are always at 0. So now that I think about it, maybe XDev would have been a good choice to partner with Zidane, because XDev puts them to 0, and then Zidane just break them. Simple as it. So a miniature core stall here. Kind of a waste that I had to use the HP variant there. Here was another one of my mistake, because I should not have used that C65, because I believe it was still up, the current C65 that, even though I was just basically stalling to trigger XDev's burst. But yeah, because towards the end of the fight, I realized that the turn count was actually at 70. In fact, I actually knew that the turn count was at 70. It was just that I thought I could make it, because if you see the turn count now is at about 55. XDev was still up, and I had a summon ready. So yeah, I thought that I had plenty of time. Or rather, not plenty of time, but I had enough time. So yeah, right here, Zidane's burst effect, the elixir stealing, is so good. I mean, look at the amount of brave we're getting, and that's with all the brave reduction already. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I managed to win this. But yeah, so I believe me stalling with Zidane actually caused buff to disappear, and it was kind of a waste that for some reason every time I break the bosses, it was on Zidane's already free turn. So yeah, that was kind of a waste. If not, then the turn count might not have been so tight. But yeah, so the thing I realized about this stage is that, first of all, the AoE is not really an issue. Most people shouldn't have an issue dealing with it. It is basically to do a HP damage that is amplified by a HP damage debuff. Basically a HP damage up debuff. So Gabranth. And also click, you know, the new featured LD basically. And yeah, so the AoE will increase by 5 every time that happens. And with the amount of HPs and many things that we have, we don't really have to worry about the AoE. In fact, even if you let them consolidate a turn, it shouldn't be an issue, especially with a counter comp, because it goes down by 2 and it goes up by 5 after that. So yeah, don't really have to worry about the AoE. How tanky the boss is only reflected by the turn count, which is 70, and it is so low for some reason. I don't know why the developers thought that it was a good idea to release Lufenia Plus and then decide that, you know what, 70 turns is enough for people to deal with. I find the turn count is ridiculous. If I had 100 turns, you know, the old Lufenia kind of turn count. In fact, even 90, 80 also would be fine. But yeah, basically anything higher than 70, then yeah, you know, I really won't have to worry about how tight the turn count is basically. You hear me going on and on about the turn count, but as you can see, 63 turns and the boss have 10% health, which is about, I mean, I am in summon now, yeah, but it's about 2% per turn basically, and that is quite a lot seeing as this is Lufenia Plus. You know, the bosses are pretty tanky, so yeah, that is basically the reason why I am ranting about the 70 turns, and I can see why people are saying that this Lufenia is really difficult. It's not because of the mechanics of the fight. It's not because of yes, right here there might be some weird issues with the sound. I basically took out my earpiece and then I was trying to get my phone to play the music. If not, you guys won't be able to hear any music. So yeah, I'm sorry, there was some technical stuff. I mean, I'll try and cut some of the this part out, but yeah. So yeah, I really didn't have much leeway, which is why I said that if possible I would have saved some of our forums C65 for right here basically, where I really needed the battery. And I actually really wanted to do booster 8, but the problem with that was I was looking at the turn order and I needed Zidane to move. I didn't want Core to take so many turns other than to use every single one of his HP attacks and his LD. But yeah, I really wanted Zidane to move up, so his EX is not a high turn rate, and he's in fact the only high turn rate one was basically his S1, S2. So yeah, which is why you see me using that. And the only reason why I wanted Zidane to go up first was basically because I wanted, if possible, to apply his sorry, not apply, but to use his EX such that I can use his Mug, his Brave variant, so that I can, you know, it's basically a free turn. I can stall a bit out while doing some damage. So yeah, look at that, 1% each, 67% health, 67. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? Crap, I think I might not be able to make it. And I should have cried there. I didn't know why I didn't cry. Oh yes, it was basically because I needed the damage, so I needed 2 HP dumps instead of 1. So yeah, that's why I didn't cry. And I was thinking to myself right here, I was like, shit, I can kill one but I'm not sure about the other, and booster A is a single target HP damage. So Call came in clutch there, man. Call really came in clutch. I know that booster A does a little bit of splash, but I really didn't want to restart again. But yeah guys, this is my run. I really hope that you guys are also able to clear this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.